Hello, 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 and welcome to 52 Weeks of Flow, the podcast that delves into the depth of human potential and the transformative power of flow. On this show, we talk about peak performance, flow, energy, and bridge the gap between science and woo-woo. Through authentic stories and real-life examples, my guests and I will help you dive into your superpowers and create your next level of success. My name is Bea-Marie, neuroscience geek, flow enthusiast, and your guide to rewilding yourself. I'm on a mission to raise the frequency of the planet by supporting you to untame yourself and step into your flow. So today we have the incredible Athena Todd, a cross-cultural expert with 16 years of experience. She's the co-founder of Launch Lab Academy. She's trained over 1,000 coaches globally, integrating AI-powered strategies. Athena's accolades include the 2016 Diverse Maker of the Year and the Difference Maker of the Year, and the 2024 Global Recognition Award. Woo! So get excited because she's coming back to the stage. Welcome, Athena.
Hi. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Bea-Marie. Right?
Yes, right.
Sorry,
like Difference and Diverse Awards. Come on, it's all good. It's all good. We're humans here. So I'm so excited to have you on because AI. Let's talk about AI. A lot of people are scared about it. A lot of people don't know what it is. A lot of people think, oh, yeah, maybe next year, but we need AI, right?
Indeed.
Tell me about it. Like, what do you do? Tell my audience what you do and how you help people who are skeptical about AI or have no idea what to do with AI to flow with it.
Well, I think this joke has been floating around for a while. People are afraid to be terminated, right? I mean, unfortunately, in the job world, it's not AI terminating the job. It's actually those group of people that learn about how to use AI is going to terminate. Those people are not learning how to use AI, and that is coming, unfortunately. Just like we know nowadays, who remember the time when we are actually using fax machine and the landline, and then look at those devices who are using that nowadays, right? Even newspaper, who are reading. I mean, they all have to reinventing the wheel to fit in the whatever the trends is going on in today's market. Same thing. We just happen to be in this technology, era where we got to learn how to use AI. So to me, it's more like you hear people say that AI this and AI that. It's part of our lifestyle. And then how exactly that is going to be infused in the career, this is kind of how I look at it. So we are in helping new coaches and course creators and the startups, small business to using the personal branding to increase their branding awareness to the world, because right now, because it isn't also because the AI, the corporate branding is decreasing and the personal branding is on the rise, because people, the more AI is getting involved, people are craving for that human touch. And that's why we see this a huge need is upcoming for the personal branding. Part of it is because people want to know, am I still talking to the human? Is this a real Athena or is this a clone of Athena, right? So people want to know if they're still talking to a human. And that's why we see this potential, this particular angle, especially for, what is coming in this, from this year on till next 5-10 years, we are going to see a lot of business are started to notice this particular area is going to be so important. You see who's doing a really good job? Elon Musk, from Tesla. Even for Steve Jobs, he's very outspoken for his, Apple, and all his product is because he is branding himself. So that's how those CEO of the company are from building their brand, are able to connect the audience on the deeper emotional level, and that's how you create the loyalty.
Yeah. This is such an important topic, and this is such a, like, I would even say juicy topic, because it bridges the gap between, us humans building our personal brands, showing up more authentically, and being supported by an artificial intelligence to make it easier for us. But
Exactly.
do you think that artificial intelligence can replace us? Like you said it before a little bit, but can we dive into that?
So to me, this is kind of how I see my AI tool. Is my AI is my new assistant. So I get to, well, I know people like to bust people around in, whatever level that people, well, like to, at least I can tell my AI what to do. But you got to have a human in the loop, because they are just a machine. Just like thinking about the car, the car doesn't drive itself. Well, maybe in the future it will be, but you still need to give in the programming. Okay, so we get in the car, we have this, the machine robot driving car, but they still need a human program. Where are we going? So that is why I don't think the robot, unless in the future, far, far away from the future, where the robot can start to think themselves, kind of like iRobot.
Mhm.
You guys seen those movies before? They can think and feel, have a human emotion. Then at that point, yeah, we might be in trouble. But until then, but I think that's what most, the people, a developer out there, probably, they're working on that particular part, because of course we don't want to have a robot and the human race, because the robot's supposed to be assistants helping the human take over the mundane works. That's something we do it repeatedly over and over and over again. Why are we human doing those kind of work? We're not supposed to. We're not meant to do those type of work. That's why let robot do the same repetitive work. Human will free out our mind to do some creative work, to get our human race or our innovation to get involved to the next awareness, next level, whatever that is. Because right now I also believe we are ascending to the next level of awareness. Building wealth, yeah, it is. I wouldn't say it's the old thinking and things like that is still existing. That's what people need. Those what do you call well, I don't want to dive in too deep into that topic. I know I'm about to go into the different area, but I'm just saying that we are also in this era of awareness. People are thinking deeper. They are tapping into their inner wisdom. They want to know why they're here. If there's robots taking, AI is taking over on this particular area, what is their existence?
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So people are in this area of a discovery. Okay, if AI can do this part of the job like it used to do, that's what I usually hire to do for that particular job, and they can take over. Now, what is my value? Right? That's why I see a lot of people are going internally to rediscover who they are, what is their zone of genius, what
Yeah.
they come here to do.
Yeah. I love what you're saying. And I love that you said that, AI is here to do the mundane work, the repetitive work. Because with all the, let's say, creative AI tools like, I don't know, ChatGPT, Canva, all the, what was the other one that I used lately? Picture apps and stuff. It's like, well, wait, they're doing all the creative work that actually I wanted to do. Now I don't have somebody who cleans up the house and does the dishes. So why is the roles reversed here?
That's what we're seeing the most. I have been on a lot of podcasters, show, and that's one of the things that a lot of people got it all reverse, people are getting so overwhelmed with all the AI tools out there. They just, because sometimes we do have that kind of a, whatever's in front of us syndrome, right? So we just grab whatever is right in front of us. But what we supposed to do, that's why one of the area we're teaching people in the AI power personal branding is get to know you first. Who am I? What is my brand identity? What is the value that I bring to the table for people, for whoever I serve in the world? And then I'll look out there to see what AI tools can help me get this part of the task, get it done a lot faster. And that's how it's supposed to work in that sequence. So if you have the wrong sequence, and that's when people get overwhelmed, the fear comes in, thinking AI is going to take over. Really bottom line is people just need some clarity. If we put things in the right order, then of course AI is going to be a very powerful tool to help us save time.
Ooh, okay. So how can AI help new coaches? Like how can AI help them with their brand identity?
So in part of our training in our AI Power Personal Branding Masterclass, this is a first area that we're teaching our students is look at their value proposition. So first, they will identify who is their target audience. Of course, we'll be looking back to their history of, I know we are not all started in one career. So a lot of time people have different career path. And it's just like how you shared it earlier, we're doing the similar thing. We're helping people connecting the dots of all through those career path. What is their zone of geniuses in? That's why they keep, going through those career path. And then we gather all those career experiences, and then to help people to create their brand identity, like create the value proposition of, the target audience they can help the most, the problem they used to solve to those clients, you through the work or whatever, or, from the past business, with the problem they are solving for them, and the solution they provide, what benefits that is providing to their clients, and how are they different than other people. So those are that's kind of how we craft the value proposition for new coaches first, because a lot of time you'll see, I would say 99% of business out there nowadays, especially if they're new, they just go out and sell, and nobody want to buy, right? This is always a joke that I hear this all the time. Like, we all, nobody like to be sold to, but we love to buy. Because buying is our own choice, right?
Yes.
So people like to make their own choice, buying choices. So that's the reason why we create this AI power personal branding. Is our biggest goal for our client is to become the client magnet. I wouldn't even say lead magnet. It's a client relationship based. So clients are naturally attracted to them because the way they show up, their authenticity, their value, their personality, those are becoming the magnet for them to attract the right clients anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I love about this is that when you learn to communicate your values and your brand and yourself to the world, you are actually selling without selling. Exactly. But every form of communication is we're selling ourselves to somebody. Mm-hmm. If it's a love relationship, or if it's a partnership, or if it's whatever it is to a client, we're selling ourselves. So how is it so difficult for me to express who I am in a personal relationship? How is it so easy for me to express myself in a personal relationship, and then in a business relationship it's really hard? It's actually the same thing, right?
Exactly. Otherwise we wouldn't be talking right now, right?
Exactly.
Because somehow what I share have resonating some part of within you, because we're human. We buy, or we want to connect the people that is like us. So that's why you start seeing people, nodding, responding to your posts or whatever. That's just their way to tell you, I get you. I understand you. I can relate it to you. Therefore, I'm going to buy from you. Right?
Yes.
That's usually how, it trickled down to that route, really.
Yes, absolutely. So let's go back to AI, like practical hands-on stuff. What can we do? What do you suggest to use? For starters, what can we use to start with AI to get
I would
comfortable with
say, yeah, I would say most people already heard of ChatGPT, right? You got to be live under rocks and really not like really know what the hell ChatGPT is. But most people know that's where they start, because it is the language, tool that basically is kind of like your assistant to. But I don't know where your audience are at as far as learning the AI, but so most of the people have learned at least. For this year, I have seen a lot of people using that to write the email copy and then to write the social media post. So for the starter, and that's usually where it starts. And then a lot for our clients that we have teach them how to start to integrate, because that's what this year is. A lot of business are started to learn how to integrate and automate the different platform to save them time even faster getting the job done. So what we have been teaching our students is to use the extension. I don't know if your student, your audience have people that are also English as a second language or not, or some people just not really good at the grammar and all that. But for me, I always, regardless if it's my first language, second language, I have my Cobot plugin, to check my grammar, to like, and I also have a web chat GPT as part of the extension. Instead of I had to go out chat GPT and do the Google search, what I using the web chat GPT is my extension, bringing into the chat GPT is to help me go out there on the internet to research gazillions of data and bring it back to me for me to finish, what I'm writing. So instead of me have to be a data researcher, I'll just tell chat to do that. That's what the web chat GPT is for, is go out there and research the data for you. So that's why a lot of time people is like, well, how exactly we're going to work with the AI? I have to say though, it's not an easy answer for this particular question, because AI, it is language. Just like thinking about the first time we learn a new language, AI speak, I would say this, from what I've discovered so far, they speak in the 5 different area. Speak through text, text to image or text to video. You can text them, but you have to know how they communicate. I almost jokingly say this, now everyone had to learn AInese, right? It's a new language, and then, that's kind of how, when I first learned English, same thing. I had to learn how they talk. And this is kind of how, when we're doing the prompt engineering, learning prompt engineering is the way to learn how to speak AI. Because you have to be able to speak to the language they understand. So just like talking to a child, same, I would say same philosophy. So that's kind of how we usually, the area that we're teaching our students are teaching them how to using text, to communicate with them, and the image, video, and action. Those are all four different categories of using AI. So of course, each category have gazillion tools for them to use, but there's, I think, like now it's like at least 11,000 AI tools out there. How do you possibly know which one is what you need to use at this current stage of your business? No, most of the new coaches don't know. They just know there's, oh wow, that cool is so cool. Oh, that tool is so cool. I want to use that. That tool is really cool. Oh wow, that's cool. That's cool. How's I gonna combine it to fit in my business? I don't know. They just cool. This is what we usually get a lot. They don't know how to combine, integrate them together. How exactly, instead of having a fun with using it, but how's that going to help them grow business? They don't know.
So is there a tool that I can use to figure out what kind of tools I need?
Oh, interesting question. The tool, but that's also, I would say, it's through prompt engineering. I mean, the easiest prompt engineering, I would say the model we have been sharing with our students is you have to giving them a role. They have to know which role they're stepping into. Just like, if you, well, I'm trying to figure out what would be a good example to give it to you. I usually wish my first prompt I usually would tell my chat GPT is, you are a world-class copywriter for, say, if I want to write a social media post, then I would just say, you're a world-class copywriter for social media posts. And then your job is da, 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 da. And then that's when you start writing what you want them to do. So that's usually a very basic startup prompt to communicate with ChatGPT.
This is so interesting. I had multiple conversations today about naming things and people. When you give something or somebody a name, then it gives them power.
Yes, I use a lot of usually towards the end of my whatever in the body of my the description I want ChatGPT to do. At the end, I will sometimes remind ChatGPT. Well, I should say most part, I will remind ChatGPT what was the originally question I'm asking, because it will forget. It's like 5 years old. It will forget. So you have to remind the ChatGPT what is this task you want him or her to do of it. I guess I can't really call what it is, but and then I will, if I want to have model a certain, say tonality of your mentor or whatever that you admire, that you want to be sounds just like that, then you give ChatGPT the tonality of that person, and then it will generate your content with that person's tone.
Ooh, that is interesting. And also a little bit freaky.
Yes, it is. It's kind of fun. Sometimes I see, oh wow, I want to have a tonality of Les Brown. Give me the tone of Tony Robbins, and then give me the tone of Barbara Corcoran. Those are the mentor I love to use. And then sometimes I will combine Les Brown and Barbara Corcoran. I will start combining those because I'm very creative myself. And then I will, and after I have those copy, and then I would ask ChatGPT to tone it down to the 8th grade level, because ChatGPT, once you get really creative, it gives you a lot of big words, and you can totally tell it's AI generated, right? So that's why I would ask ChatGPT to tone it down. I can even say turn it into business casual, or make it as 8 years old language, or whatever the grade that you want to be. It sounds like, or business casual, or it will be a casual conversation style, like having the at the Friday dinner table with your family or something like that. Those are all kind of free for your creativity as a human. That's what, when we're saying human in the loop, this is exactly what that means. You have to be in the loop. It's all free up your creativity. You can do whatever, you can ask whatever you want ChatGPT to do. You just play with it. It's just kind of like when we were kids, right? We play with the tools. Oh, this is so cool, right? When you remember the time we first got the cell phone, right? When we all have those like little device, and we're so excited about those little devices, and we play with it. And same thing. And this is kind of exactly what ChatGPT or AI, any AI tools. That's what most people are just playing with it.
Oh, I love this so much, and I love that you touched upon it a little bit, but you said that AI is using, or ChatGPT in general, is using a lot of big words, and I think this is how you can spot people who are first-time AI users, because I just realized, there are so many emails out there that I get, and a lot of emails I receive are from Americans or Canadians, and they're using specific British words. And I
Mm.
think ChatGPT is actually British. Like there's a lot of British
Is it?
vocabulary in it. And also I was talking to a friend about this, and she was like, have you ever used the word delve? And I was like, yeah, I use delve a lot because I was trained in Oxford English, like British English.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So English is actually like it's kind of like my mother tongue second language kind of. So um so when I use delve, it comes from the bottom of my heart.
Oh,
But
okay.
I know a lot of Americans who are like, delve, never used it before. Oh, but it sounds good.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
I see a lot of unleash. That
unleash,
unleash.
skyrocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Or flapping pancake like omelet or something like that. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I have not seen that one yet, but yeah,
My
there
kid
are.
brought it to me. It's like, don't you think that's cool? It's like, yeah, cool. Chat GPT, cool. People can tell that's not how we normally talk. What do you mean, flapping pancake? Seriously, that my team brought it to me. I was like, oh, this is the email copy is so good. It was like, don't you think it's cool? I was like, yeah, you're talking to a senior. They don't flapping pancake like that. Oh my
Yeah,
God, I swear, the moment you're training the team, that's that's a completely different topic. But yeah, we can totally spot like because if it's not how you normally would talk, people can tell it's not you.
yeah, and I also feel that, especially when you're trying to write email copy,
Mhm.
that the first, like the intro, always sounds the same.
Mm.
Like like I feel that whatever you're writing on like AI tools, whatever, if you're using ChatGPT or others, you need to rewrite the first one or two lines
Mm.
because they always sound AI generated to me.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I have noticed that too in the very beginning when I was learning how to talk to ChatGPT. It was like that, and then till later on, I learned a little bit more in depth of prompt engineering, like the language of, how you had. That's when I realized I gotta give it a more of a detailed prompt, and that's
Mhm.
when things start to correct, and that's when when people join our program, we give a very very detailed prompt. Sometimes the prompt is so long, and then we tell people don't worry about it, that you don't have to really understand how this prompting means and all that. It's just computer language, just like we all know, we know how to turn on the light, but we don't necessarily know how the light bulb works and what's wiring going inside it. We don't need to know. At least that's how I'm interested in using the light. I have no interest to know how that all works in the background. So that's exactly what we share with our students. Those things are already being crafted, and then kind of prompt engineering for them. All they need to do is fill in the blank. They will give them more accurate information. Of course, you still need to fine tune it because it's until much later when we will have our own individual chat GPT. And that's how you individual business can sell those chat GPT. It's kind of like become your trained database. It can be sold to, in the market in the future. That is
Yeah.
what the future is going to. We are going to have our own chat GPT if you train it really well.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So you train it by giving it really, really specific prompts.
Yeah, and then it was like for us, this is what we're seeing because I know our mentors already start doing it. This is kind of where we see our coaching models going in more of a hybrid style. So of course we're gonna still have the live group coaching Q&A because I can't imagine to have AI to take care of that Q&A for our client, but that would be the part we'll be helping our client to answer the questions. But the part that we are able to delegate that to AI is we will infuse all the master classes, the courses, all the program we have run in the past. And then we train it into the machine. And then so that machine study everything, how we talk, what we teach, the framework, the verbiage I use. And then that machine is well trained. So you will see that a lot especially for company, have their own chatbot, right? When they're, doing our website. And some chatbot is good. If you have to be really customized chatbot, otherwise it will look just like they were just frustrating you because it's going to the same loop.
Yeah.
Then you're just like, give me a human. Right? No, that is an example of a not so well trained of chatbots, but there's plenty of out there. Not so well. It's a cookie cutter type of the chatbot. But what I'm talking about is the customized, trained chatbot. It, of course, you have to. We have a team to do that. It's more of a customized chatbot catered to the company individually, so it will sound just like you, not exactly, but sounds like you, and it will answer the question for us. We will be using that for teaching our students, like same repetitive questions, like, where do I find my course? I forgot my password. How do I reset it? Where do I find the guides? Where is that session you're talking about? The branding, all those things. Instead of the coach answer those questions, or customer service, representative answer those. Now the AI, already being trained on, all your program, all the things that you have talked about, it can quickly direct the client instead of you. Remember, we're talking about mundane task, repetitive work. This is where the AI will come in place to replace us. Then we can free to do our program, answer the question, engage with our clients, right? It's much more fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a task I would like to lay off to somebody else.
That's right. This is only what 2% of a business out there in today's world only know how to do like really do it effectively, integration and automation. It's only 2%. So we're still in the beginning of it. So that's why I was like, well, this is great for us to start talking about people, how to do the, lead generation through personal branding, and then also how to use the back end of AI tools to create a lead gen workflow to basically do that back end work for you, so you can do the front end, talking to people like you and I.
Yeah. So how do you connect all those tools? Because I mean, I can put prompts into ChatGPT and then I get a result, but then I have to transfer it to my email program, and then I do this, and then it goes into the automation and stuff. But I still have to do that. I still have to transfer.
Yeah, you have to do the API.
Okay.
So that is part of the the API is really, really to having this device connecting to this. That's how you connecting those together. And that's what the API is to have two completely different things to communicate with each other with a little bit of a link it up together. So that's kind of what that is. So we are still in the process of kind of helping the coaches to figure out what would be the best for everything. But right now we're helping people on the lead generation part of it. And then for the integration and automation for the entire backend system, we actually have a team. Actually, I like to leverage the team that have been doing this for 20 years. And we just delegated to them, and they will be the one helping us connecting all the dots. We don't have to be the one know it all. Developer will be the one doing all the backend work.
Okay, awesome. This is such a fascinating topic, and I believe that we could, talk about this for hours and hours and hours. So if you could only give one more advice, like a golden nugget, what would that be?
Golden nuggets about what I would say: get your personal branding first, so you know who you are, what your value proposition is, what problem you can solve, and the benefit that you can provide for the clients out there. And then we'll help you find the AI tool to speed up your process, save you 60% of the time, so you can do what you love to do, not what you have to do.
I love that. Time. Okay. This is gold. This is really gold. Because I know a lot of people who would like to skip that part, who would love for somebody else to tell them who they are and what their values are, what they stand for, what they bring to the world, and then do the back end work themselves. So we still have to do the inner work is basically is the theme here. We have to do the inner work. We have to get to know us.
Yes.
Before we can have machines work for us.
Yes. Nowadays is inside out, not outside in. So the influence not coming from outside. And that's what a lot of the, see people that, have, well, I don't want to say that will be exactly the reason, mental health, emotional, anxiety and all that is because people start to lose themselves internally. So if we have a very solid understanding of who we are, not only for brand and not for the business sake, just for the personal, mental, emotional health sake, it's important to know who we are. Then when we are going out in the world, then we can find our position in the world, regardless is your career, your surrounding, the people that you that can benefit from your talent, from your unique approach. And this, I believe everyone has a voice and a unique position in this world. And that's what we're here for. And we're supposed to discover that and then integrate it between human ourselves to make this world a better place.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Ooh, Athena, thank you so much for all your tips and all your wisdom that you brought today. Now, one more thing, tell people where they can find you. Everything will also be in the show notes, but I just love for people to hear it.
Yes, the quickest way to find me, it will be reach out to me by email. It will be find me at athenatodd.com. That is the easiest way you can get a hold of me. Also, I love when people say, huh? So is that your email address? Yes. That is the easiest way to find me is find me at athenatodd.com.
Love that. I love that. Yes, and of course, all the other social links, websites, everything is in the show notes. Athena, thank you so much. This was very, very insightful. And I believe that a lot of people who are skeptical in terms of AI, got really curious. And hopefully all of you beautiful listeners right now, or people who are watching this on YouTube, reach out to Athena if you have questions about AI, if you want to join her program, her masterclass. Like, you cannot get around AI. Otherwise, AI gets around you.
It is. I mean, right now is still kind of a new thing, but sooner or later, it will be a survival thing for a lot of businesses.
Yeah. And we want you all to succeed.
Yes. You want to jump in the game? Not behind the game.
Yep. Yes. Jump on the AI wagon.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me over. I really appreciate this opportunity to dive even deeper on this part of the AI kind of mystery world for a lot of people.
And that's it. That's it for today. That's our show. If that was interesting to you, then reach out to Athena, click the links below, give her some love, send her some love, and ask away whatever you want to ask her. And if you love the content that we're delivering here at 52 Weeks of Flow, then subscribe to our newsletter at www.superwoman.coach. Rate this podcast, review the show, and be sure that I will read every comment, every email that lands at bea@superwoman.coach. I will read and reply to everything. If you have a topic that you want us to dive into, if you have a guest that you think would be perfect for this podcast, send us an email and we look at it. And I'm giving you a virtual high five right now, because you are part of the Flow family and you're just an amazing human. So until next time, keep shining, keep learning, keep growing, and keep flowing.